Paging all tech docs. Clinic is open if your technology has a fever, your network is short of breath, or your system just stopped responding. You're in the right place. Here we diagnose digital disorders, troubleshoot stubborn symptoms, and prescribe real-world fixes for modern tech problems. No guesswork, no snake oil, just practical solutions. Welcome to the Tech Docs!
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Tech Docs. We're delighted to be back for our August episode. I can't believe the summer is like almost over already. Stuart H., how are you and how have you been?
I've been doing quite well, Jade. I can't believe it's been another month. And is this going to be our 6th podcast at this point, is it, I think?
I think we are now on episode number 6. Yes, we are.
Wow, that is amazing. Yeah, my month has been quite interesting. I've been playing with a few different apps and making a few different web apps with AI and stuff. A few different bits and pieces. And yeah, I have forgotten to do that recording of the Monopoly game. But
we will have that on a future episode. Exactly, we'll have it on a future episode. So other than playing with apps and whatever, your month has been good.
Absolutely, and preparing to go away to Lithuania in August for the World Blind Tennis Championships at the end of the month.
Well, on behalf of all the Tech Docs, because by the time this episode goes out, you won't have got there yet, but the very best of luck. Ken, how have you been?
I'm good, Jade. Busy. I went to 2 gigs since we were all online again. I went to see Imelda May in the Marquee.
Fabulous.
Absolutely amazing. And I went to another gig. I won't say where and I won't say who, but maybe if anyone can send us an email and have their giving a few guesses maybe and see who I went to see.
Our first listener challenge. What gig did Ken go to?
Exactly.
And where?
And where, exactly. Other than that, just reading it, started a new set of books there now, but I'd say a week ago, and I'm just on the 3rd book now today. And
I think I want to rename you. I know we always call you the Rebel Doc, but I think I am now calling you the Book Doc.
Well, you see, I go through a bit of a slump, Jade. Sometimes I might read for a long time, and then I might fly through a set of books. So, yeah, no, I'm really enjoying this current series of book. It's the Gideon Riker series of books. It's kind of gangster cult. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I just started the 3rd one there this morning, so I'll not get busy.
Fab. And Ken, you also started, I do believe you have graduated on a course of Suno AI.
Oh my God. Well, I suppose Stuart got Jackie involved, and then Jackie got me involved, so I'm just hooked, like, to be honest.
All the Tech Docs
I spent about 2 hours on Friday evening there creating a few songs, and yesterday I done another bit. It's a pity there's a limit for the free. Like I think you get 10 songs, I believe.
You get 50 credits.
50 credits.
Around that, which is approximately around 10 songs.
Wouldn't believe I must have done 10 songs on Friday. I reached my limit fairly quick, but thankfully I got a new limit yesterday. But yeah. Other than that, just really love the app. Actually, it's really, really cool, and enjoy messing around with it.
Good.
Could be a bit more accessible, but thankfully it is usable.
It is usable, yeah. Thankfully.
But good to hear you're taking the Tech Docs advice and you're using the app.
Well, exactly. I've got there eventually. Slow, but it's we'll get there.
And Jackie, how are you?
Yes, I will. I'm doing my usual. I'm starting my 200th book since January 1st. It's I'm revisiting, well, not revisiting, but it's called Old Habits by Steve Hicks. It's about this old guy, and he's got a retired, rejected police dog called Rex. And Rex talks, through the book. You get Rex's thoughts, and it's hilarious. So this is a new series of Albert and Rex solving crime, and I'm learning the tin whistle.
You're doing really well.
Yeah, I'm actually loving it. It's really weird. I haven't got a note in my head, but I can't sing to save my life. But I can manage a wee tune on the tin whistle, which I won't be playing on the podcast.
Are we still on track for Britain's Got Talent, are we?
Yeah, exactly. Britain's Got Talent, and then I'm still enveloping myself in Braille. I got my hands on a Perkins Brailler and absolutely loving it.
Jackie, I think for our listeners, I really do think you should tell the story of the Perkins Brailler.
Yes, it's there was a message posted to the FB Exchange list about this man was giving a Brailler. But
For
this
listeners
Brailler,
sorry, Jackie, just for listeners who don't know, the FB Exchange list is the mailing list for fighting blindness.
Exchange Club.
Yeah.
So this Braille machine left Sligo in 1975, and it's now back in Sligo. So I think
So-
that's absolute. And like we don't know how old it is before that. Like was it like so? But it left Sligo in 1975.
And everything works perfect on it
Every
still.
completely and utterly everything's absolutely perfect. It took a bit of me kind of because with the way of getting the paper, how to get the paper in properly, like, but now I have that sorted, and yeah, it's great. And then with Stuart and his apps, like I designed a thing on with Claude, and I asked Stuart then could he put it on and created this an app for Braille as well for
And I have also tested that, Jackie. It is a
uh,
really useful
it's
educational tool.
yeah, because like, I'm was part of DigiCoach, like I'm working with people with Braille, and it's just such a good resource for them to put on a letter, a word, and they can get the Braille contract for it. Like, you know, I think it's good. Like, I mean, like I'm really into Braille. I think it's a brilliant tool, a brilliant thing to know, and kind of yeah. So that's me. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here with the Perkins beside me.
As if you didn't have enough weapons.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But we will link the website in the show notes for anyone who wants to see Jackie and Stuart's creation of the Braille. What would you call it? The Braille dots recognize. What would
It's
you call
nearly
it?
it's nearly like a dictionary where you can look
A
up
Braille
the different.
dictionary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can look up the UEB symbols or the contractions or the currencies, and
Yeah, we'll link it in the show notes. So, but yeah, so Jackie, you're keeping quiet.
Yeah, extremely quiet. During my ring doorbells, the laziness of the dog, the ring doorbell, like in
Now,
the dog run.
Jackie, yeah, we will not tell listeners why Jackie got a ring doorbell at her back door.
We all know the story.
Basically, so somebody else can look if my dog has went to the toilet if it's lashing with rain and they can't be bothered to go outside and look.
that is honestly
Amazon,
really clever. That is honestly
Amazon.
really clever.
If you're listening, I really didn't think that that's what they were intended for, but there you go.
Works a treat.
Yeah, I've been traveling.
No surprise.
No surprise. So on our last podcast, we were talking a lot about audio description, and we talked a bit about Harry Potter, and it kind of inspired me and myself and three really good friends of mine went to London. No, sadly not the tech docs. Three girlfriends of mine. We went to London and we went to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child in the Palace Theatre, I think it was, which was amazing. It was really, really good. And to give credit to my friend Orla, thank you so much for providing the audio description for me, because it was not an easy show to describe because there was so much happening. And then we went and did the Warner Brothers studio tour, which was epic. They had tactile maps, they had tactile pictures, they had like tactile bits of fabric from the costumes that you could feel, tactile bits from, like, say, the magical creatures, like you could feel Aragog's leg, and all the hair and all. It was, and then the goblins' teeth, nails, and the silicone from their masks. Everything was just, it was a really, really good experience. But I think as well, I have to give credit to the three girls that I was with. Not once did they ask, what could they do. They read all the information boards, they described everything. So I was completely included from start to finish, which really, really made a huge difference.
Big question. Did they have Harry Potter chocolate?
Yes. I bought myself a chocolate frog. Gryffindor chocolate, and I also bought a Gryffindor keyring.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's
and
cool.
then after London, I am just back from a week in the sun in beautiful Lanzarote. So
Oh,
I
lovely.
think my travels are done for a little while now.
For now.
For now, yeah, for
So
now.
we still have a whole month till the next podcast.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know if any of you have noticed, but we're missing a doc.
We are.
Again.
Yeah, again.
So our commander doc is gone, but I think now would be a good time to introduce our listeners to we're affectionately calling our visiting doc. We'd like to welcome Dave Nason to the podcast. Dave, you're very welcome to the Tech Docs.
It's great to be here, I think.
You don't
Bit
seem
more
very
enthusiasm.
sure.
Bit more enthusiasm.
You don't seem very sure.
You don't
So-
terrify me at all. No.
No, so Dave, for listeners, you, I suppose for us bringing you on the show, you have a link with Apple Viz, and I suppose given everything Apple have announced recently, we thought it might be a good idea to bring you on to just kind of talk us through some of the new things that are expected to come out in iOS 27.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
First of all, what would be your favorite? Like, what are you most excited for?
I think it's definitely the improvement in image descriptions and how it's kind of implemented. So before you got those, very tiny little image descriptions automatically from VoiceOver, but they weren't detailed. And if you wanted proper AI image descriptions, you had to go to, share the photo and share it to Be My AI or Pickybot or one of those other apps. Whereas now all you have to do is swipe up on the image and there's like detailed image description or explore image or ask about image. There's 3 different options and you can just get an AI image description like within seconds, and it's really fast as well. So it's just
And
made
are the
that
image
so much easier.
descriptions good? Are they consistent? Like, would they be as good as the Be My AI?
They would for the most part. Yeah, I almost all the time I find them really good, really quick as well, and really accurate and good. The only caveat is that they are doing that thing which annoys us with some apps where it won't tell you like the gender of somebody, or so it just says 2 people. You know what I mean? Things like that, and things like skin colors and age. Things like that. It's just refusing to give any opinion on.
It's just being a broad.
Sorry, does it enable you to copy the text if you wanted to, if you were putting this photo onto social media and you wanted to add it as alt text?
Yes, you could copy it.
Okay.
I guess I can't remember if there's an actual copy button, but you can certainly do the VoiceOver, copy phrase thing anyway.
Oh, brilliant.
And I believe they're adding an option to add the description to the actual photo in your photos library if it's something in your photo library.
Oh,
as well.
brilliant,
So,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Is it restricted to only the Photos app, or can you do this in any app, get the image descriptions?
Any app where you can focus on a picture, it'll do it.
Wow.
And there's also a described screen. So in the dynamic island, there's like, you can swipe up on that and it'll describe the whole screen if you want as well.
Actually, just on it, what is the dynamic island? I've seen that, and I've never used it. I don't know if I've used it, but everybody's asked, even people I'm coaching, what's that for? And I'm like, I haven't a clue.
So
I think it's
Dave,
visual more than anything.
Dave,
really.
I don't know if it's okay for me to jump in here, but for me, the dynamic island is obviously, because I travel a lot, it's especially useful for displaying my flight information. Like, it'll give me my flight number and the gate. It'll put things like that up.
But how
like
do you add to it though?
You don't. It's a, how would you describe it? Like, so say if you're playing music,
Okay.
or you're reading your audiobook, it'll come up dynamic island and it'll then say like chapter 1 or whatever.
It displays things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit like the live activities thing that you get on your lock screen sometimes. But it's like a mini version of that.
So I probably use it and I don't realize I'm using it. Because it was a dynamic island empty.
Yeah, it's just up the top of the screen near the status bar.
Yeah.
And it's just visually, it's a tiny little just part of the screen, pill shapes part of the screen,
Okay.
and they just display kind of information in there. Most of the time it's empty, but if you've got a taxi app going, or if you're playing music or whatever, there'll be something in there.
Okay.
I just always find it always links my flight information up there, which is really handy. Like,
I think you can do the same like with Uber, as you were saying there. I think it tracks taxis and stuff like that as well, as you said earlier.
Just sometimes it just saves you opening the app. You can just for a
Yeah.
glance of a bit of information.
I
little
haven't
bit like-
seen it with Uber, but
I've seen it with Free now and Trip Taxis, I think.
All right, so back to
So-
iOS 27 anyway.
But anyway, it utilizes that, so you can tap on that anytime and swipe up on that, and the actions in there are to explore the screen or to ask about the screen. So
Oh.
okay. That's handy because sometimes obviously you open an app and you want to read something and it's not accessible, and you're kind of having to look for your screen recognition to
yeah, exactly.
try
Or
and do
taking a
some-
screenshot and sharing
Yeah.
the screenshot to be an AI, whereas
Yeah.
now you just go swipe up,
Yeah.
explore screen, boom. And you can ask questions as well.
I have a bit of an early tech doc tip for that, actually. You can actually tell Siri to describe your screen, and it'll describe your screen. It'll take a screenshot and it'll just describe.
Oh, wow.
If you have chat the iOS the 15 Pro Max and up,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
And what
Okay.
about,
That's
is there
a
any
quick one.
improvements to Siri? Because like I would say in the coaching, say people would say no, the number for some hotel, but it only stays on the screen for like literally about 5 seconds and then it goes off. Is there something to improve on that?
No. So if you are in America or in the UK listening, you'll be getting the new Siri AI, which is a much enhanced Siri. If you are in the European Union, as all of us in here are, you get old Siri for now. We don't know how long it will last, if they will figure it out or sort it out. But right now, we just still have old Siri. We still have some of the other new Apple Intelligence stuff we're getting, but not the Siri AI, which is the improved Siri.
Well, fingers crossed that all the bugs and stuff like that will be flattened by the time we do get it.
And our commander doc is, I suppose, in a very fortunate position where he is in the US and is able to use the new Siri features. So he's quite enjoying them, I think.
I think so.
And how about dictation then, David? Has that got any better or any worse? Or
it's supposed to get better, but I don't use it enough to be able to tell you if it has got better.
okay,
Anecdotally, so to speak. But I think especially if you have an iPhone 17 range phone, I believe it's supposed to be a lot better. But again, I don't know.
yeah.
Okay.
And
I
is there
always
anything quirky, like anything new and quirky in it that, we don't know we need, but then whenever we get it, we know we need it?
Like the copy history, I think, as well.
Yeah, that was a great
something like
one.
that. Like, is there any little nuggets hidden?
I don't think there's anything quite like that. I think it'll be interesting to see how some of the Apple Intelligence stuff kind of works out, because even though we're not getting Siri AI, we do seem to be getting some of the stuff like you can describe your own shortcut and it'll create it for you, or you can describe your own Safari extension and it'll create it for you, and those kind of things. So there could be a bit of fun playing around with those.
And then about any new ringtones and any new voiceover voices?
No, I believe maybe the new Siri voices may come. I don't think but again, because we're not getting new Siri AI, we probably won't get those even if they are. But there's certainly as of now, and we are middle of the beta cycle, so things can still change. But as of today, there don't appear to be any new of those. No.
And have they got rid of Moira?
She's still there.
That's the most important question for our power hungry doc here. Yeah.
I know. No new Irish voices that I've spotted anyway. But again, there's still time. But
Still time.
Get rid of Moira. Get rid of Moira.
And I suppose, Dave, for anyone that uses magnification, has there been much changes to the screen or like the layout of the screen, or I suppose you're not sure.
I don't think they've changed magnification. One thing they've done is they've made further improvements around liquid glass, which
I was just going to ask about that actually.
Yeah, because it's obviously not the most popular feature with low vision people when they first released it.
Yeah.
Now it's a sliding scale, so rather than just being on or off or something like that, it is it's I think from 0% up to 100% that you can have in terms of liquid glass. So you can have everything completely see-through or completely opaque, I suppose.
And
So
then
I think that's an improvement for some people.
Is there anything really, really exciting coming down the tracks?
From everything else he's just told us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they're not interesting. We don't care about them anymore.
Well, what I really want to know is, can you spill anything like that we don't know?
Probably not, unfortunately. Like it is
Fair enough.
because even if you watched the announcements, the WWDC, it was quite a different one to previous years. There wasn't a huge amount announced. There was three main things that they talked about. One was the Siri AI and Apple Intelligence stuff. One was stability, which they say they're working on, just making it a less buggy and more efficient system. And the other one was all around safety. So for those of you who are parents, there's some cool new features coming around how you keep your children's devices safe.
I did see that, and I was quite interested in that because I have an almost 7-year-old daughter, and like she loves playing games on an iPad, and I thought, oh wow, like to be able to hopefully, like, she is the kind of child you always have to stay about 50 steps ahead of. She's incredible. Like she's
Yeah. How
Yeah,
do you
that's the thing.
feel with the new CEO in there? Like, will things be changing with like accessibility and stuff like that going into the future with iOS? And
We can hope. I mean,
yeah,
I suppose it's very early days, isn't it? And ultimately, words don't matter. It's what we'll see in the actions. But like what they say about him is that John Turnus is his name, taking over. And what they say about him versus Tim Cook is that John is more of a product guy, and I suppose that's giving some people hope because Steve Jobs was a product guy. Do you know what I mean? He was all about the user experience, whereas Tim Cook is very much an operations kind of his background. So he's all about supply lines and operational efficiencies. Do you know, in terms of what their strengths and interests are, so that maybe they'll become a little bit more user focused again, rather than just trying to squeeze every penny out of us. Focus.
And
we can only hope. We can only hope.
And can you tell us what the iPhone, like the 18?
That was going to be my question, Jackie. Yeah.
Is there going to be a foldable one? What's the specs on them? Can you go through
any concrete rumors or anything really?
The most concrete rumors I've come across say there's a couple of interesting parts to it. One is that this year in September, the only phones coming out will be the 18 Pro, 18 and the new 18 Ultra or something like that, which would be the folding phone. And then that we'd be waiting until kind of February, March before they will release the base level 18 and possibly a new SE or possibly a new Air. We don't really know yet, but they're not releasing them all in September as they've done previously, which is, if that's true, it's a big change from what they've done in the past.
And I wonder what the foldable one's going to look, because I'm due an upgrade, so I'll be going for an 18.
Yeah, I'm really curious as well. I don't know if I'd want to spend, the rumors are going to be $2,500. We could
then that's
$3,000.
We'll leave that one then.
Yeah, exactly. But it does sound cool though. That it'll be like, because the rumor is that'll be roughly a 5.5-inch screen on the outside, which is kind of almost like the size of the iPhone mini was. And then when you open it up, it's like a mini tablet, And I do love the sound of it, but I'm not spending $3,000 on it.
No, that's crazy. Well, Dave, that all sounds incredibly interesting. And we're wondering if you might stick with us for the rest of the podcast and share your thoughts on some more tech.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Weird.
Excellent. So this brings us nicely into our listener emails. So Stuart, what have you got for us?
Okay, so we have 2 emails here. So I'll be a bit slow here because I'll be using my voiceover to hear the lines as I'm going through them. So let me see. The first
If you had your Braille display connected, you could read it through Braille, Stuart.
That is true. That is true. Listener guess is the first one we have here, and it says, "What's up, docs? I was wondering, is the toy that Jade got a smart kettle for all the cups of tea or a chocolate dispenser?" That's our first email.
Nope.
You can buy a chocolate dispenser.
I wish. I'd have a chocolate dispenser.
It's all right.
I think we'll be all going off asking our Lady A's, can you buy a chocolate dispenser?
So
I mean, do you have to put the
no,
chocolate in first and then it just
I don't know.
dispenses it back out
I
again?
would
Or is
love
it
a chocolate
creating
dispenser. I
chocolate?
mean, if there is one out there, I want one.
I got a hot chocolate maker. That's pretty cool.
I tried a velvetizer, but yeah, I wasn't really a fan. Now maybe it was just because I was using the is it the hotel chocolate, and I wasn't really just wasn't mad on it. But no, it was not a chocolate dispenser, and it certainly was not a kettle, although I could do with a new one of those. I purchased, thanks to my lovely fellow tech docs, a pair of Meta glasses. And I have been using them and have been very fortunate to try Scribe Me on the glasses, which was very interesting, especially being in Lanzarote, where I was saying, where am I? Like trying to find shops and things like that. So it would give me good landmarks, which was always helpful. But yeah, so that's that. No, it was not a kettle.
And if people want to hear more about Scribe, they can tune in to our earlier episode where me and Jackie interviewed Mark Morad, the creator of Scribe, for more details on that.
Exactly. Any more emails for us?
We do. We have one more. It's retro tech. So this one says, "Hi guys, fantastic podcast. Keep up the good work. When you're talking about technology you used to use, it reminded me about the Braille and Speak I used to have, and also really curious to discover where the travelling dock has been this month." Well, we've already spoiled that
now
one.
you
for
know, yeah,
listener.
Exactly.
And what
yeah,
did Stuart make of Wimbledon and what the rest of the team have been up to? Taylor
Stuart,
and
what did
Purple
you-
Heart.
Stuart, what did you make of Wimbledon?
I was
Or
actually
did you watch it?
I was actually busy watching the World Cup this year because I had money on a team this year, and which won. To be fair, I had Spain, so
I watched the World Cup in Lanzarote, and when Spain won, there was car horns blasting. It was great atmosphere. Actually, it was lovely.
Yeah,
we
I
were
was in
on
the
the
south
other
of Spain
island
as well.
Yeah, we were on the other island, Fuerteventura, when Spain won last time. So
Oh wow!
Oh,
the
lovely.
exact same thing happened. Car horns, everything, and it's crazy atmosphere when that happens.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was congratulations to Spain, and thank you to our listeners for your emails. So if you would like to contact the show, did you know we now have a brand new website? You can visit us at www.thetechdocpod.com. You can contact the show through the website. You can even send us a new 90-second voice note. Give it a try. We'd love to hear from you. And do you know something? I think our listeners, none of our listeners took on our challenge last time where we wanted to say the tech docs are on TikTok.
Oh well,
Nobody
that means
was
we
brave
don't.
enough.
That means we don't need to perform a song on live on the
Exactly. So
recording.
we're free.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
We're free.
So we'll move on to our topic of the month. So
Thanks to
this one-
Jackie for this one.
yes, the power hungry doc strikes
Jackie,
again.
do you want to introduce it?
It's the idea was around devices we have that's not accessible but are accessible.
So not assistive technology,
Not
but
assistive technology, but works out of the box. Because of maybe my example is I recently got gifted an ice maker,
okay.
and where you fill the water, there's a max and it's rough, so you can't go above where the rough thing is for the water. And whenever you press the button, you hear the button's been pressed because the buttons are kind of flat. I did put bump-ons on, but you hear the click, 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 of the button. So yeah, and this was literally an ice maker, so it's brilliant.
Well, and
Wow.
speaking of that, Jackie, we have been looking for a solution because I'm not really a fan, but Sive, my daughter, is, and other people like ice in their drink. And we've been trying to find accessible or a way to sort of make ice cubes that when you fill the ice cube tray, you don't spill the water. to put it in the freezer. And a friend of ours came up with this. She was in a shop and she found these. I'm not really sure how you describe them. It's like it's a tray of 4 little spherical shapes, and it has a silicone lid, and you fill the little holes through the silicone lid, and it makes these like spherical shaped ice cubes. But once you put the lid on, like the water's not going to spill out.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is very good.
That's cool.
Yeah, just when you mentioned the ice maker, I was
This
thinking
makes ice cubes in 9 minutes.
wow,
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
that is impressive.
And it's a thinky wee thing, but I just like the fact of
Hmm.
there was no, because the guy was reluctant to get anything, and that just works.
Hmm.
Mm.
All right. What about
Amazing.
yourself? What about yourself, Jade? Do you have anything like that?
I'm trying to, yeah. So for me, I was trying to, for ages, come up with a way, when you're giving your child medicine in a syringe, and I couldn't, say I had a syringe that was 5 ml, but she was only supposed to get half, and I couldn't figure out the half. So the chemist, in fairness, gave me this syringe where it has tactile markings on it. So I can feel when you move the syringe up, it hits off each little marking on the inside. So that's one inaccessible little thing. But the other one that I loved, because I don't obviously use it now, was called a clever scoop. So as any parent will tell you, making bottles, especially using formula, is tricky. Even if you can see, it's tricky because you have to make the scoops level. I obviously found this really hard with not being able to see. So I used this thing called a clever scoop, which was, in a sense, like a measuring cup, but it clicked for all the different ounces. So, like, say you'd have 4 ounces, then you'd click it again and it would move the cup downwards. So you'd get 5 ounces. And all you had to do was level it off, and it was exactly 5 scoops in one
Wow.
cup. It was amazing.
Oh,
It was
wow.
Yeah, that is so
genuinely
simple, but
yeah,
so clever.
it was the
Wow.
most basic piece of technology, but so effective. And it got me through a year and a half of making her formula.
So you're either feeding your child or drugging your child.
I will have to say I fed her.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
the
prefer
way
feeding
you
her.
said that, you're a bit cagey, but we'll move along there.
I love her really. But yeah,
Yeah.
like I mean, there are lots of these things.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's a really, like, we could probably talk about those in inexpensive, non-assistive technology things that really do help.
Yeah.
So, Stuart, what about you?
Oh, well, I've been trying to think of one all day, but so the one I've thought of is we have a microwave here.
Stuart, you stole my idea.
Oh, well, thankfully
now,
she came to me
folks.
first. She came to me first, so it's mine idea now. So basically, you put your thing in and you press the button and it goes up in like 30-second increments. You don't have to like be meddling with touch screens or anything like that. You just count the beeps and then you just press the second button to start it, or you close the door and it just goes, and like, okay, you've hit it 3 times. That means it goes for a minute and a half. So it's simple, easy enough to manage. Yeah, straightforward
Very
enough.
good. Yeah, that's good. So Ken, go on. You'll have to think of something else.
Well, I'll expand on Stuart's microwave thing, because he's half stole my idea, but not fully. And I'll talk about something else then. So
compromises. No one's happy with compromises.
Yeah. So mine is, I love my bowl of porridge every morning, and on our microwave it has got the twisty dial. And what I do is I put a few bump-ons, one on the 3 minute, maybe one on the 5 minute, and I kind of work it that way. So I know, like, after when I twist the dial, I twist to the first bump on, I know that's 3 minutes. And then if I want to go to 6 minutes, I can just twist to the 6 minute bump on, and so on. So that's my kind of impromise for using the microwave. And again, the same on the cooker. I stuck a few, like, we only have the knobs that you twist now. There's times and stuff on it, but I can't see those. So I just twist the dial. I put on a few bump ons just to say to preheat the oven to 180. I just put bump on 180, and then I just twist the dial to the 180, and that's how I manage. So yeah.
Wow. And for anyone who doesn't know, bump-ons are like tiny little dots that you can put onto things that you can feel. Say for if you put them on things like what
Your
Ken was saying
laptop
there.
or your
Yeah.
laptop or something. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't recommend putting bump-ons on a laptop.
no, they could
Like
slip or
I,
they
The
I
can't
no,
kind
close the
the
laptop.
the
Or...
last time I put bump-ons on a laptop, I had a liquid mercury screen, and the bump-ons dented the screen, and the screen broke.
But I think it's if you don't close it down. Like I have bump on them, I have it on some other buttons on my laptop, but I never close the screen down.
Ah, okay.
and
Yeah, I used to.
I've got teeny little small little ones. I got them from Vision Ireland, and they're so small.
I've always just been terrified to put bump-ons on my
Yeah,
laptop
no,
after what
yeah.
happened. I was in the middle of college, and next thing all I could see was this like it almost for anyone who has a little bit of vision, if you remember watching the Harry Potter movies and seeing the Marauders map and all the ink lines coming on the page, that's
Okay.
what it looks like. So
Oh, really? Okay.
like all cracks coming out and everything.
yeah, I was in the middle
yeah.
of a lecture and all I could see was all these black ink lines.
And was that because you were traveling with the laptop, Jade, or like?
I think so, Ken, yeah.
Because mine just stays at home most of the time, to be
Yeah.
honest. So that, yeah. Well,
Should
they
we
seem
I
ask
am
to
the
our
travelling
visiting?
doc after all.
Should we ask our visiting doc?
Yeah, Dave, any
Yeah. One that actually just sprung to mind a minute ago because of other conversations was actually I was going to say Velvetizer, but it's not a Velvetizer brand, but it has a kind of tactile marks on the inside, and it's like a magnetic kind of thing that goes into it. And to turn it on, it's just a button, a physical button.
Wow.
No touch screen, no nothing.
and that's your hot chocolate maker.
Yeah, that's my hot chocolate
Yeah.
maker. And the other thing I was thinking
Amazing.
about there was
Your
kind of
chocolate dispenser.
using measuring cups.
Yes.
Of various sorts. A very important one is a shot measure. So one that has a 1 shot and a 2 shot on it. So when you're pouring drinks, you're not kind of trying to guesswork. You're just like,
Oh, wow,
I
that's
know I
good.
want a single or a double. So it's really handy.
Yeah,
It's
very
not
good.
assistive tech. It's just something I bought on Amazon. You know,
No,
or
but
wherever.
that's it. Like, people when they think of assistive technology, they think it's expensive, and it's sometimes the solution is right in front of you, and it's just the most basic of things.
Yeah, exactly. And I
You
have
know,
ones for cooking as well that are like, a cup, a half cup, a third cup, a quarter cup, and an eighth
Them
cup, I
cups are
think.
brilliant.
And I'm
Like-
just listening to you talking about your scoops. Every time I get a new porridge, it always comes with a new scoop. I've like a drawer
But the
updated with
scoops have
scoops.
disappeared.
Oh no! If you want scoops, I have scoops.
I actually do want scoops. The scoops have disappeared out of the boxes of porridge. I'm
Is that
disgusted.
is that the Pringle
Yeah.
type one you get?
Yeah, it doesn't come anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't come anymore. I'm disgusted.
Yeah, I still haven't.
They ran out of stock when
They
Ken
ran out of
bought them
stock.
all.
Yeah, bought them all. Yeah. Yeah, no.
And I just want to say I love my flatbed microwave because I no longer have to deal with that
The
plate.
plate.
That
Yeah.
Oh,
if you
that's
slightly,
genius, yeah.
if you sneeze at the plate, it moves, and you won't even have to be near it when you sneeze,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's you hear the click 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 click, and you're like,
Jackie, I wouldn't recommend sneezing in your microwave.
no, but even if I pass it, you still hear the plate going. I'm like,
Or what drives me mad is someone has cleaned the microwave after they used it. They take out the plate
after,
and put
after sneezing
Yeah.
on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It makes
You
you
go-
reluctant to clean your microwave because it's
Exactly.
like, oh, I don't want
It
to touch
really
the plate.
does. Yeah,
Flatbed, microwave.
Yes.
Oh.
Should we move on to our
Yeah,
tip
can
for
I
the
just say
month?
one more thing? I was just thinking about, the inaccessible things and how we can make technology accessible for ourselves. I remember in 2015 when I moved into my first house in Balbriggan, my landlords were saying, we leave the washing machine. And I said, oh, grand. And what kind of washing machine is it? And it was a twisty dial one. And I was like, oh God, how am I going to know how to use this? And he said to me, oh, I've marked the program that we always use. I got a knife and I just made 2 little scratches, one on the turn pad thing and the other on the program. So when they line up, you'll know that you have it set. And I'm like, that's genius.
Just simple and
Like,
clever.
I never asked for him to do that. He just did. I was like, that's genius. Thank you so much.
And one more thing before we do move on. This is the final thing now. I get yogurts in Cork, so I was in the shop one day and he's like, I've these dates, and these dates. And he's like, you won't be able to figure out which is which. And I was like, oh, I have someone at home, they'll tell me. And he was like, you know what? I'll stick some like stickers on it, and with big
Mm.
marker, I'll actually write the expiry dates on off his own back, like, and he was going through all my yogurts, writing down the dates, and I was like, God, you're thinking outside the box, like.
How
Yeah.
to make things, yeah, exactly.
I
So it's
Yeah.
just
love I
little
love
things.
that. Like I really
Yeah.
love that.
There's kindness still in the world. But yeah. So Dave, since you are our visiting doc, we normally do a tech doc tip for all our listeners. So Gremlin, would you like to take it away?
This is the one remaining gremlin.
Okay, I'll say it. It's time for a tech doc tip. You'll be told something you didn't know you needed to know. This month's tip is la 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 da 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 ba ba.
So, did you know that iOS now filters text messages into your main text messages and potential spam messages? So, if you open the Messages app, in the top right of the screen, there's now a button called Filter. And if you select that, there is an option called there's Messages and then there's Spam. And if you select that, you'll find some of those spammy messages you get pretending to be banks and other things. But you might also find in there something that wasn't spam, that was incorrectly notified or marked as spam, such as codes that a company sends you for two-factor authentication. So you may or may not want to use this feature, but it's definitely worth going in and looking, is there any messages you might have missed? And if you want to turn that feature off and just have everything in the one inbox, you can do that as well in the messages settings of your iPhone. So a handy feature, but also one you can turn off.
That was
Absolutely.
excellent.
That was perfect. That's a fantastic tip.
Thank you so much. Yep.
Definitely. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you so much.
It's one I didn't actually know about, so I must go and look and see if I have that turned on or off.
It's scary though, the amount of I checked that as well. This is amount of message you've actually missed.
Same here, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it doesn't notify you that you've got it or anything. It just it's
No.
just quietly there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In one
Well-
way, great thing, but in another way, yeah, you need to check it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
they last for 90 days, I believe, isn't it? For
Yeah,
And
they seem to get
they're-
automatically deleted. Yeah, so a bit like an email, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of email providers do that as well, where they automatically delete spam.
yeah.
So I suppose following on from the tech doc tip, we want to try something with some tech doc news. So on the 12th and 13th of October in TU Dublin, there is going to be an assistive technology exhibition. So watch this space for more details to follow.
Yes, and there is also going to be a wee walk talk on the 10th of August at 7
Right?
p.m.
Try saying that fast.
Yes, yes, a wee walk talk at 7 p.m.
7:30.
7:30. Apologies for that. Yeah, so just watch this space for more information on how to sign up, and when we have more information, we'll put it up on socials and our website, etc.
We talk, we walk.
Yeah.
We talk, we
and
walk.
we are also delighted that for the We Walk, that Sight and Sound Technology have agreed to come and give us a short demonstration on how the product works and some of its features and things like that. So we're very grateful to Sight and Sound for giving us their time.
Has anyone ever
And-
used the wee walk? Just a
I've
quick
tried.
round table.
I've
I've
had a
tried.
demo of it.
Yeah.
I've never actually. Now, I have to say, I am a huge fan of the app. I'm a huge fan of the WeWalk app. Especially when you're standing at a bus stop and you're kind of wondering, when is my next bus? And it actually is very accurate, and it will tell you, like, for example, 6 minutes.
That is very good.
That's
That is
kind
very
of
good.
Dublin though. That's because like if you were using, I used the WeWalk app here in Sligo, and disaster.
Really, I
No,
haven't
you
tried it in
couldn't
Cork
get-
now, but
you couldn't get there was no kind of, because at the time I used it, I was walking in the trees. Now the cane was about 50 feet long because it was
it's a demo cane. Like, it's
and
not-
like literally whenever I measured it, it was to my head. So
Was this the original Wee Walker or the Wee
I
Walk
think
2?
no, I think it was the original, and that put me even off going near the Wee Walk too. Like
No, I have
no,
to say
it
the
just
app is very
didn't.
good.
It didn't. It just like I. I think, or the thing that we're going to have on the tent will answer a lot of people's questions, because there's
Yeah.
a lot of people think out there that if you have this cane and you want to go to your local shop, the cane's
It's
going
going to
to bring you,
guide you. Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of misconceptions about it that
Hopefully we'll
be,
answer. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
hopefully will be cleared up and demystified a bit.
But speaking, no.
We let you have a few minutes, Jade. Go
No,
ahead.
I literally was just going to say that I came across a new device launched recently into Sight and Sound Technologies portfolio called the CapEx, which is a wearable navigational. So it's an obstacle detector.
Oh,
So it's
Okay,
got
yeah.
cameras. You wear it kind of like a headset, and it's got cameras on it, and it you know. So if anyone had been to Webinar Wednesday previously, you would have heard them talk about it. But I just thought it was worth mentioning on the show to see if any of our listeners have tried it yet. We'll link everything that we've just discussed. We'll link. But as always, thank you to our listeners for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Tech Docs and the usual madness. Thanks to Dave Nason for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, Dave. Thanks. It's a pleasure as always to have you on the show.
I'm delighted to be here
Badly
always. Thank you.
damaged as a result.
thanks, Dave. Thanks, Dave.
And as we record this show, Kerry are about to play Mayo in the All Ireland football final. So Mayo for Sam.
Mayo for Sam.
Go Mayo. Gabe.
Go Mayo.
Yeah, Mayo for Sam. But anyway,
We're the DigiCoach team, what a colourful crew.
Always
Ken, have
surprised
you
by
been
what we
messing
get.
with Suno?
Always
Yeah, I
finding
was.
something fun and something new.
Very country.
Tech and laughter every single day.
Were you inspired by Luke Holmes?
Helping people learn
I
along
had a
the
little hand from
way.
Jackie because I was just practicing.
Hey, DigiCoach, we're a one-of-a-kind team.
What's
Fairy
digital?
gadgets, laughter, and a digital dream.
Never heard of it before.
Sharing tips and having fun wherever
very
we
catchy.
may roam.
Definitely is, yeah.
DigiCoach@readinglanguage.ie if you want to avail of this excellent service.
Technology
If you're in the Republic of Ireland.
Jackie's got a chocolate stash tucked out of sight.
So
If
true.
you ask for
So she
just
does,
one
does she?
square, she'll say, not tonight.
So bye.
Amazon
Yeah.
deliveries arrive most every day. Finding bargains like a champion all the way. Stewart's building apps before the morning's through.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Testing every gadget, old and shiny new. If there's something techie, he'll be first to know. Always making clever
What's he gonna
ideas
say about me?
grow.
At least I was done early.
Lamb for tea.
Get you out of the way.
And uses
Done early.
iPhone magnifier
Poor Pat.
brilliantly. Helping people see what's hard to view.
Love
With
that line.
patience, kindness, and a smile shining through.
That's very true.
Jade loves traveling near and far. Always chasing sunsets wherever they are.
That's me.
Child plays computer games with stories wild and bold. The tales they tell are sometimes hard to behold. Ken's
That's
out
very
walking
true.
through the fields each day, stopping to hug a tree along the way.
That's a bit random.
Very random.
Audiobooks
That's not me, like.
fill his ears. The darker the mystery, the bigger the cheers.
That's definitely
Saturday exchange is lively, that's for sure.
That's true.
A little bit of chaos.
I think you've caught us
but
all very
hearts
well,
are
Ken,
always
actually.
Yeah,
pure.
definitely.
Questions flying everywhere from morning until noon. Somehow all together, we're back in rhythm soon. Hey, DigiCoach, we're a one-of-a-kind team.
makes you want to get up and dance.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm already dancing.
Thanks
Well,
for listening, everyone. Hope you
Thanks.
enjoyed the
Yes,
show.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
So here's a cheer for every friendly face. Together we're making technology a happier place.